Denzel said to me a few minutes ago, he said, at your highest moment, be careful, that's when the devil comes for you.
Chris Rock says Will Smith has selective outrage with Oscars slap during Netflix comedy special. During his live-streamed Netflix special, Chris Rock responded to Will Smith's 2022 Oscars slap and made comments on Jada Pinkett Smith's. Chris Rock did not hold back when sharing how he feels about Will Smith's Oscars slap. The comedian, who endured an onstage hit from Will during the 2022 Oscars after Chris joked about Will's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, addressed the infamous incident during Netflix's live-streamed comedy special. During his routine, Chris addressed the slap while making comments on Jada's entanglement with August Alsina, a relationship Jada had said she had while her and Will were temporarily separated. He also shared words on how Jada boycotted the 2016 Oscars, which Chris hosted, due to lack of diversity of the nominees. Looking back on how he reacted when Will got physical on stage, Chris said he didn't fight back for a reason. A lot of people like, how come you didn't do nothing back that night? Chris said, 'Cause I got parents. 'Cause I was raised, you know what my parents taught me? Don't fight in front of white people. Not only did Chris take multiple verbal hits at Will's slap but also on the topic of the entanglement between Jada and August. Will Smith practices selective outrage. Everybody know what happened, Chris said. Everybody that really knows I had nothing to do with that. I didn't have any entanglements. His wife was intimate with her son's friend. Chris declared that he normally wouldn't talk about topics of that matter, but Jada and Will put that specific story on the internet through Red Table Talk. I have no idea why two talented people would do something that low down. We all been cheated on, Chris said. None of us have ever been interviewed by the person that cheated on us on television. Why would you do that? She hurt him way more than he hurt me, okay? Chris claimed that multiple people expressed negative feelings toward Will after Jada's confirmation of her entanglement with August went live. Everybody in the world called him a bitch. I tried to call him and give him my condolences, he didn't pick up for me, Chris said. Everybody called that man a bitch. They called his wife a predator. And who's he hit? Me, a man he knows he can beat. That is some bitch shit. Following the infamous slap, Will publicly apologized during his acceptance speech for Best Actor in a leading role at the award show and online. Violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive, Will wrote on Instagram. My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are a part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear and I reacted emotionally. Will continued by addressing Chris directly in his message, writing, I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness.
I'm human, and I made a mistake. I've reached out to Chris, and the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk. Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk. Why didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech? I was fogged out by that point. Denzel said to me a few minutes ago, he said, at your highest moment, be careful, that's when the devil comes for you.
And just a few hours after Smith's apology video was posted, Chris Rock addressed the Oscars assault at a comedy club in Atlanta over the weekend, reportedly joking that anyone who says word hurt has never have been punched in the face. If everyone claims to be a victim, then nobody will hear the real victims. He also called Smith, Suge Smith, reference to notorious music producer Suge Knight, who is currently serving time in prison for manslaughter charges.
I wasn't thinking, but how many people got hurt in that moment. So I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I want to apologize to Chris's family.
Smith also wanted to explain that his wife Jada was not the reason he went on stage in the first place, even after she demonstrates that she found Rock's joke about her hair to be distasteful.
I made a choice on my own, from my own experiences, from my history with Chris. Jada had nothing to do with it.
At the end of his Oscar speech that night, Smith said he hopes the Academy invites him back, but the fallout between Smith and the Academy had already begun, with Smith resigning from the Academy and being banned from the annual event for the next decade.
No, it was confusing. I know it was shocking, but I promise you, I am deeply devoted and committed to putting light and love and joy into the world.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.